So that's what I want to show you with the Forex markets and the futures markets. That's what occurs. So just remember that whenever you're doing any type of analysis, or whenever you're, just remember it. Just remember it. And that leads me to the hours of trading of the crypto market. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know anything about crypto. I don't trade it at all. I have never traded it at all, like actively. I don't know nothing about any crypto except for, I know Bitcoin's hours. I know it never stops trading. That's about it. Like I know that. I mean, I do look at the chart every so often because I do plan on trading it in the future. But as of right now, I have not done any type of analysis on Bitcoin. I don't know, like nothing. I don't have no spreadsheets of data collected on. I have nothing on it. No crypto for that matter. I don't know anything about this. So if you're watching this course to understand crypto, or like to get more nitty gritty stuff about crypto, you need to go somewhere else. Like you're not going to get that from this course, but you will understand the price action of crypto. I can teach you how to do that. But as far as like the nitty gritty and what it all means and the nodes and whatever the fucking case may be, I don't know. I don't know. Go somewhere else. But you can find that information on YouTube if you really want to. You're not going to find it from me. But you will find the market hours from me. So let me show you. Crypto markets like Bitcoin never stop trading. They are constantly moving up and down and never really get that time of break or reset like the regular stock market and or future markets. What I mean by that is that 1 hour of time that I showed you on the Dow chart that like, price was stuck. It didn't trade. That doesn't occur in the Bitcoin market. Like it's constantly going. And on weekends, it's constantly going. On Christmas, it's constantly going. That doesn't mean that it's like the moves are going to be huge, but it's actively trading. For example, when most other markets are closed during holidays, Bitcoin will still be grinding out price action. The volatility and range of those days may be minuscule though, which is like what I just said. Yes, crypto does trade all the time, 24/7, and never stops. Just because it never stops, it doesn't mean that it's going to be making crazy moves all the time. Like, I mean, there are some wild ass moves that happen in crypto. Don't get me wrong. There's also a psychological aspect that applies to trading crypto because knowing that it is open 24/7, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is one of the reasons why I haven't dove into trading crypto. It would drive me crazy because I would constantly be thinking about it. Like constantly be looking, even on my days off, even on weekends, I'd be like, oh, is there a potential to get in on this position? Maybe I want to get in. You know what I mean? Like I like the aspect of futures and Forex. Like it's closed. Once Friday hits, it's a wrap, bro. You gotta wait until Sunday. With the stock market, I even liked it better because once 8 o'clock p.m. hit Eastern time or 5 o'clock standard time, because I've lived in both time zones and traded in both time zones, so like I've experienced both. Once that time hits, it's like you're free. You can do whatever you want because you can't trade. You know what I mean? You can't do that. But with crypto, there is no break. It's literally like go, 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 go. So yeah, just remember that. And these aren't the only trading markets in the world. Like there are tons of different trading markets. I didn't go over the commodities markets. I didn't go over the bond markets. I didn't go over the real estate investment trust markets. Like I didn't go over none of that stuff. I didn't go over any. There's the European stock market. There's the India stock market. There's the Japanese stock market. There's so many stock markets everywhere. It just, you got to figure out which one you want to trade. And these are, to me, what I see the most like common ones pretty much. But like I said, I only trade right now with Dow Jones. I don't trade nothing else. But I have experience with futures, Forex, and the US stock market. But yeah, that's a good summary of the hours for certain trading markets. Before I end this video, there's one other thing that I want to talk about that does pertain to the markets that I didn't mention in this video, like the European markets. So the European markets, they open around, if you're Pacific Standard Time, they open around 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you're trading the Dow, right, there are times that at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, because there are news that comes out, like red folder event news, and I'll go over what red folder event news are like later in the course. There are big news events that come out in the middle of the night because, they're on the opposite side of the world. They're on a different part of the world, so they're already up and about and going. Their red folder events might cause like a chain reaction in our markets. So there could be a crazy move that happens at anywhere from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. because of these news events getting released, right? You might be asleep. You might be like, what the hell is going on? Like the market's not open right now. The US stock market isn't open, but the Dow is going crazy. It's dropping or it's going higher. What the hell is going on? It might be because of different like numbers that were just released in a different market. They call these things like sessions, right? So there's the Asian session, there's the European session, and then there's like the US session. The Asian session usually opens around like, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's around 4 or 5 in the afternoon Pacific time, goes until, midnight. And then from midnight, it goes maybe later, but I'll put exactly like the hours on a link so that you can see what the actual hours are. But I don't trade those. I don't trade the Asian markets at all. So I'm not exactly familiar with that. But I know the European markets, I know they open at 12 Pacific time, 12 a.m. So, whatever that time might be for them, I don't know, it might be 7. I know that they open, so that's why there are some moves that occur in the middle of the night for us in the US. But the big market, the US stock market, it pretty much affects the whole world at that point in time. At 6:30 Pacific time or 9:30 Eastern time, pretty much the whole world is going to be affected by whatever happens in the stock market. But there are times where the other markets affect our market, like at random times throughout the night. Like I said, during those session periods, it's best to just pick a session to trade and just stick with that session. You can trade multiple sessions. Like I technically trade all sessions. I technically trade throughout the whole day, but most of the price action is occurring during whenever like the daylight is of the session that you're trading. So for us, daylight is, in the morning from 6:30 to the afternoon. So that's when all of our stuff is, most of our volatility and like price action is going to happen. That's nighttime for someone else. So they're probably not going to be moving that much during another session, right? You got to wait until 12 o'clock our time, which is night for us, but it's morning for them. Like the European market, it's morning for them. So then that's when their movement starts to happen. There's volatility and everything starts to happen. So just remember that. Just remember different markets affect each other and understand the market hours and choose whichever session you wouldn't trade.